The film begins with Martin Riggs and Roger Murtaugh fighting a man dressed in a flame-resistant armored suit and holding an automatic weapon and a flamethrower. The armed man is destroying vehicles and stores on a city street. The protagonist provides some humorous value by reminding the audience of Martin Riggs' marksmanship abilities in the Lethal Weapon series. 9 months later, Riggs, Murtaugh, and Butters begin the investigation of a Chinese immigration smuggling organization after a vessel is caught with a cargo hold of slave labor. Also that night, Murtaugh discovers a complete Chinese family in a little boat, whom he rescues and shelters at his house, claiming to be freeing slaves.
Like no one did for my ancestors, okay?
The investigation of Chinese immigration smuggling is eventually led to Chinatown by information about Uncle Benny, a Chinese restaurant owner who had previously violated the law.
Something to eat. Give you the police discount.
Riggs and Murtaugh also meet their new arch-nemesis, a high-ranking Triad negotiator named Hua-Sing-Ku.
在香港，你早就死定了。
This was not only Jet Li's first American-produced film, but it was also his first time playing a bad guy. They check with Uncle Benny about the vessel that was seized the night before. Riggs notices Ku nearby, who appears to be unhappy. Riggs asks Benny who he is, but Benny says
He doesn't speak English.
and tells the officers that they must leave. Before they left, Ku quietly said something, this time in English,
In Hong Kong, you'd be dead.
showing that he does speak English but barely uses it. Hua-Sing-Ku is arranging for the release from jail of 4 overlords of Hong Kong Triads, known as the Four Fathers. Among them is his older half-brother Michael Sing-Ku, in exchange for counterfeit money from a corrupted Chinese general. Prisoner artist who is working on the master plate to make the fake money is Hong's elder uncle, the father of the Chinese family Murtaugh has rescued. Riggs and Murtaugh use Leo Getz, a private investigator, to follow Uncle Benny around. Riggs and Murtaugh return home to discover Ku and the other gang members holding Lorna and Murtaugh's families captive. But Hong and his family are already taken away. Lorna found a way to break free, which resulted in a whole group engaging in a battle. After a brief fight in which Ku knocked Riggs and Murtaugh down easily, the entire family was tied up, and the house was set on fire. After Ku leaves, one of the Hong children who had escaped captivity by hiding frees Riggs and the others, and they all escape unharmed. Riggs grabs a radio from Lorna's car, and the two start off in pursuit of the Triads. After reaching them on the freeway, Riggs passes the wheel to Murtaugh, jumps out of the automobile, and hops across to a mobile home. He drags one of the guys into the car and demands to know where the Hongs are. They hit the road after a fight. Riggs, seated on a table, grasps onto the trailer by the plastic covering where they fell through, and the other guy is run over by a bus. His companion speeds up and tries to hit Riggs, who is forced to throw one of the table legs. Murtaugh hits the Triad car and flees when he hears sirens from the approaching police automobile. Riggs climbs back beside Murtaugh as they pursue the remaining Triad member in search of answers. They, however, fly off a ramp into a building, crashing through one of the floors. They run off everything and out into the road. The last Triad member they pursue is then killed in a vehicle crash. Leo informs them that he has located Uncle Benny at his dentist, and the three slip through and use laughing gas to get information from him, while using Leo as a diversion to keep the dentist busy. Benny foolishly tells them about buying back the Four Fathers and that tonight would be too late. Uncle Benny mentions the Four Fathers in a hilarious moment.
Time for Four Fathers.
Four fathers.
Washington, Jefferson, those guys?
Roosevelt?
Later, Hong is executed as an example to convince his uncle to participate, who is likewise executed after his task is over. And Hua-Sing-Ku subsequently strangles Benny to death for his failure and for letting the cops have their plan. After identifying the location of Hong's family, NG, one of Riggs and Murtaugh's detective buddies and a Chinese society specialist, is able to identify the Four Fathers after Murtaugh mentions them, and they figure out where the meet was taking place. Riggs, Murtaugh, and the other investigators stop the transaction, exposing the money being used to buy the prisoner's freedom as fake.
It's counterfeit. See? Triads never prosper when they try and cheat a general.
As a consequence, the Chinese commander personally kills 3 of the Four Fathers. Wasing Ku shoots and kills the general, sparking a three-way gun battle between cops, triads, and the general's private army in the foreign trade zone, likely near the docks. Butters is shot while saving Murtaugh, and he passes him over to NG to bring him to safety. During the conflict, Murtaugh attempts to shoot Ku during the firefight, but instead he accidentally shoots his brother. Ku carries his severely injured brother beneath a pier and puts him down on the ground, tearfully watching him die.
Now he's really pissed.
Enraged, Ku assaults both Riggs and Murtaugh, nearly killing Riggs before Murtaugh impales him with a sharp metal rod. Despite being deadly wounded, Ku fights on, and he and Riggs fall into the water off the pier. The struggle beneath the surface continues, and Ku tries to strangle Riggs, but Riggs discovers a submerged AK-47 rifle nearby and grabs it. Riggs shoots Ku underwater, killing him. Riggs then swims back to the surface, leaving Ku's body behind. Lorna and Martin marry at the end of the film, and Roger accepts Lee and Rianne's marriage. Rianne and Lorna have 2 children as Martin Riggs finally settles down and the Hong family is granted asylum. If you enjoy movies like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. Thank you and take care.
Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. It's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough.